Gotta be organic. Yes, sir. Back again. Back with some inspiration. Hey, back with some positivity. You feel me? Back with the vibes, just in general, man. Thank y'all again for tuning in. Kicking shit on this terrific Tuesday. You know what I mean? We gotta turn our words into superpowers, man. It's terrific Tuesday. Be kicking shit. High energy, high vibration. A little bit of a different coming at y'all from a different angle today. I ain't in the gym working out. I already got my workout in. I already got my daily deposit in. You got yours in yet? Anyways, man, today we are talking about there are 168 hours in a week. 1 week, 7 days, time 24 hours a day equals 168 hours. There are 168 hours in a week, man. I want to put that out there first just to kind of give y'all the idea of just what kind of time you're working with. You know what I mean? Like it's so easy to make excuses about I don't have time to do this, I don't have time to do that, I don't have time to sleep, time to work out, time to food prep, time to study, time to read. You got excuse for everything positive that you should be doing in your life. You don't got time for it. Well, guess what? Today we are tackling that issue of time management. You feel me? 168 hours in a week. Let that sink in for a second. Don't let that go over your head. I hope this sparks the light bulb within anybody that struggle with procrastination, because I do. So this episode is for me also. I'm talking to myself. So again, you have to get out of your feelings and you cannot be thinking from an emotional standpoint if you want to get better. You cannot take everything personal. But you do need to take it personal because when you take it personal, you work at bettering yourself. You know what I mean? It gotta hit deep, it gotta strike a chord, it gotta make you feel some type of way about it to take this shit serious. So guess what, nigga? 168 hours in a week. Let's get to it. You got to pick a side first and foremost. When I say pick a side, um, don't let it go over your head. When I say pick a side, it's relatively pretty simple. It's whether you want to have it and have the means and have the money and be rich, or whether or not you don't want to have it. You want to be broke and you want to be just stuck on survival mode. You know what I mean? You have to make that choice early on. Not even not early on, you got to eventually make that choice. You can't keep teetering and tiptoeing on the line, because what you're gonna find is when you teeter and tiptoe along that line, you're not going 100% in the area that you know what I'm saying? You're not giving 100, 130, because you tiptoeing on the line. You get 50% over here, 50% over here. You know what I mean? You got to be fully devoted. No option, no plan B's that I am going to get rich. I am going to become wealthy. I am going to set my family up, my generations up. You know what I'm saying? The generations coming behind me, I know I am going to set them up. You know what I mean? We gonna do shit different. I am going to break generational curses. You gotta already have this mapped up in your head. You gotta already decide. And with deciding, then you will have to behave like it. You have to embody that, because how God and the universe works, in the Most High, how the Most High works is you will not be blessed with the things, the material possessions, the cars, the clothes, the homes. You will not be blessed with none of these things as long as you're tiptoeing on that line and you're not making that decision, because you have to be intentful with everything. Like y'all do understand Steve Jobs, Elon Musk, like all these people, uh, Eli Whitney with the cotton gin hair. These people conquered great feats, not even giving they whole maximum potential. You know what I'm saying? They maybe gave 20% potential and they got 80% left in the reserve that they didn't even do. They stayed down, stayed consistent, stayed. Let that sink in. So think about how much you can really get done. It's insurmountable, man. You have to. So, anyways, back to the point. There's 168 hours in a week. So today we're gonna go over planning out your week, just time management, how to use time to be effective to still be a warrior, a spiritual warrior, a holy warrior, whatever kind of warrior you doing. You fighting a good fight. You out there getting yours. You out there grinding, taking care of your people, your kids. You're a warrior. You're a breadwinner. You fighting. So this is for you. But anyways, let's just say, hypothetically speaking, just in case you never did this before, how would you break down 100 your 168-hour week? First thing first, we're gonna take 40 hours just for work alone. All right. Now we want to compensate the travel. You know what I'm saying? The time it takes to get to work. So let's say if you work hybrid, calculate that, whether that's 2 days, 3 days, whether you working every day, traditional Monday through Friday, 5 days, let's calculate that. Calculate the time it take you going and coming. So whether that's 30 minutes going, 30 minutes coming, then that'll be an hour. So add an extra hour to every day. So that's an extra 5 hours on top of your 40-hour work week, right? So it's gonna put you at 45 hours first. Okay, so bing, we got 45 hours for work. Okay, now let's say for sleep. That's another thing that we do a lot of. I don't know why, because I feel like it's a luxury and you have to earn sleep. You know what I mean? You sleep when you're in a comfortable position, but until then, you have to sacrifice something, the time, the sweat equity, the man hours to be able to get to that point to where you can just sleep peacefully and not have to worry about a bill, a dime, a penny, or any upcoming expense. So, anyways, sleep. Me myself, I sleep average about 4 to 5 hours a day. I may nap it, in between the day during the sun, but most times during the night, I'm up when I'm working out, recording, studying, journaling, praying, reading. I am up most times. You know what I mean? Um, so for sleep, let's say the average person gets roughly 6 hours of sleep. Okay, let's say the average person gets 6 hours of sleep, 7 days. Okay, 6 hours of sleep, 7 days. That's gonna put you at what? It's gonna put you 42 hours of sleep, right? All right, okay. So boom. Now we know we got our 45 hours for work, our 42 hours for sleep. Let's just say we work out 6 times a day in a perfect world, let's say 2 hours a day. Let's say we do 2 a days and we're working out in the morning and at night. An hour in the morning, an hour at night. That comes to 2 hours a day at 6 days a week, which that will give you 12 hours for your exercise. Okay. So then let's say cooking and food prepping. Out of those 4 to 5 days, we should aim to cook out of 7. You know what I mean? So you got a winning record of eating at home. You're not eating that much bad junk food. That's what I'm kind of saying. But let's just say we'll give about roughly 4 hours, 5 hours to cook on a food print. Okay. See here. So boom. So for right now, 45 for work, 42 for sleep. Let's just say 5 hours. Cook. Okay, study. So right now I'm in the phase where I'm trying to get another certification. So studying, okay, either every day we should devote either 60 to 120 minutes. So either 60 minutes to 120 minutes. So that's pretty much in layman's term, either 1 to 2 hours towards studying. So let's just say 2 hours at 7 days. That'll give us 14 hours for study. All right. 14 hours for study. All right. And then we got our exercise. Got exercise down there. 12. Yep. And then, okay, kids. Let's say your kids play sports, whether they play football, baseball, soccer, basketball, AAU, whatever. Okay, let's say they practice. Let's say they practice 4 times a week from 6 p.m. to 8 p.m. Okay, so that's 2 hours a day at 4 times a week. Traffic going and coming. Okay, so for us, for myself, that comes out to about 2, 4, 6, 8. It's about 8 hours. So that comes out to right at about 10 hours. 10 hours for the kids. Now let's add this up. This is where the fun comes in because we get to see, um, I'm not gonna say we're bullshitting, but you get to see just how much time you have in your hands, and it is crazy. Let me tell you, like, it is eye-opening to the point that where if this don't spark you to kick in action now and immediately get started, like nothing will. All right, so let's do it. 45 plus 42. Okay. 45 plus 42 is going to be 87 plus 5 is going to be 92 plus 14 is going to give you 106 plus 12 is going to give you 118. All right, boom. So with everything that you got going on, studying everything, you got 118 hours. All right. So if you do the math, 168 minus 118, that's going to actually 8 and 8 cancel out. 6 minus 1 is 5. So that's going to leave you with 50 extra hours a week. Do you hear me? 50 extra hours a week. Ain't no way in hell you telling me that you can't get whatever in life that you want to get done, man. Come on, y'all. We gotta stop making excuses. All right. If it's something that you really want to do, you gotta prioritize. You gotta have strategies for effective time management. You know what I'm saying? Like it just don't fall in your lap. You gotta do work for this. God just don't bless you without making you work for it, cry for it, beg for it. Feeling stressed like this the only thing you got. Like you gotta understand it. So it's you gotta understand time management too, man. Like and the importance of it in your daily life. Like applying time management in your daily life is it'll make a profound impact with your productivity, just with what you got going on, with what you're trying to do, with planning out your day, with just not being stagnant on stuff and forgetting certain stuff. So sometimes, you gotta take a page out the older adults book and um and write shit down. Like everything that you need to do. Write it down first so you can see it, and then prioritize, identify your important tasks. Of course, not all of them are created equal, but to have a good prioritization technique or method is critical towards you saving ample time. Also, don't try to spew out so much information at once. You know what I'm saying? Like when you got time and you prioritize, you get the information you need. You're gonna need to know basis. We getting the information you need about this, we getting the information you need about this, we getting the information about this. You know what I'm saying? And so forth, so forth. So prioritization, identify important tasks. The first step to having an effective prioritization is you have to identify the tasks that are truly important for your overall goals. If that shit not important your overall goals, and if it ain't adding up to your equation in life, then you need to kick that shit to the curb because it ain't serving you. It ain't serving you at all. Like the shit is in the way for sure. Okay. All right. Next is alignment with goals. You have to ask yourself, do the tasks contribute to your short or long term goals? If it do, cool, keep doing it. But if it don't, you have to trim the fat and keep the meat, like the old folks say. So all the shit that ain't serve you, that ain't no good for you, that's negative for you, that's knock you off your goal. If it gets you sidetracked, if it gets you distracted, you might not, you might need to stop fucking with it. So then you're gonna have to exercise a level of discipline and push yourself away from it. Because when you get money, you get successful as you feel like you want to be. You realize that money really ain't nothing. Money ain't money. You know, the little money you thought you had ain't no money for real. And then you got people out here still moving like this, still grinding, still staying up, still, using their time effective. Because what you put off and wait for tomorrow, you just delay your blessings for the future. It don't take no genius to make that quote up, but I'm just saying I found something about that. It was sad. I was just like, that's so crazy. So crazy. But again, these are questions that you have to ask when you think about time management. The impact. What is the potential impact of completing your task, the specific task at hand? Will it have a significant positive outcome? Like you want to go to school, you want to get a degree, you want to get your certification, you want to get your real estate license. All these have significant positive outcomes because these can help you grow within your job, help you grow within your financial resources, your money, whatsoever. You know what I mean? So you have to ask that question of impact. What is the potential impact of completed tasks? Okay. That's if everything goes right. All right. Next thing is urgency. Do the tasks have a deadline that needs to be met soon? See, that's why I believe in creating personal deadlines for yourself. Because when you create personal deadlines for yourself, it's easy to write shit down and be in a procrastinative state of mind. Like, oh, I'm gonna do it tomorrow. I'm gonna do it tomorrow. I'm gonna do it tomorrow. Each day, another day come, you still don't do it. You know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna definitely work on that for myself for sure. Urgency, just exercising urgency, and making sure that I meet all of my deadlines. And posture, and priorities. I never thought about that. I guess that's true. You know what I mean? I guess once you identify the important tasks and you use a prioritization framework to determine which ones to tackle first, which ones are the most important, a popular tool or a way that they can be categorized can be based on urgency and importance. Yep. So pretty much get off your motherfucking ass, get on your grind. Nigga, ain't nobody coming to save you. You know what I'm saying? Make up your mind, make up the decision to get rich. So you can be able to attain everything you want. Like money don't make you happy for sure, but money allows you to have experiences, and experiences make you happy. But experiences, especially the ones that stick with you forever when you're on your deathbed and you might have Alzheimer's or dementia or health um, yes. Listen. So yeah, we gotta normalize that. We definitely gotta normalize that. So, all right. Next, always remember too. Life is about experiences, but experiences cost money. So you have to get you some funds so you can provide experiences for people for yourself. You know, just make your mind up. Not for real, because and someone's laughing, but I say that because somebody could be in their head and be nervous and have a celebrity in front of them, or might be in Sam's Club and see a celebrity and don't want to look around. Okay, I'm back. Sorry for that brief pause in the audio. Forgive me. I'm human. But yeah, so urgency. Does the task have a deadline that needs to be met? Yes, Sirski. Urgent and important. These are things that you gotta have in mind when you talk about completing a task and completion and just being consistent. All right. So everything on your task list that you write down from this point on is urgent and important. Okay. Um, Everything is time sensitive and critical to your goals, so you have to do them immediately. I know this chant that I used to say inside of my head, not that I used to say, I still say it sometimes, is I am busy. I will do it now. I am busy. I will do it now. I am busy. I will do it now. But just that last part of that, I will do it now. 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 You know what I'm saying? That shit is so powerful just because it's letting yourself no matter what I am doing. So I think it's definitely, a lot of power in the struggle, a lot of beauty in the struggle. Right. Hey man. Say man. It's gotta be organic. You feel me? But back to this time management. Back to this time management. You know, people underestimate the amount of time they have and how to make that time work for you. You know, you have to remember that things are not going to happen when you want them to happen. They're going to happen on lifetime, which most times is never anticipated and always unpredictable. So what are you going to choose to do with your time? You should be honing in, practicing, like just preparing for when you get your shot. Like, oh, when I get my planning schedule, you know. And then too, it should go from a daily schedule to a weekly schedule. With daily schedules, those are like your specific tasks, like work, meeting, errands, exercise, and have realistic time estimates for each task. Don't put no damn 2 hours for the day if you know your ass could barely work out for 20 minutes. Don't do it. Don't set your time up for that. All right. In a weekly schedule, you gotta now on your weekly schedule, you should be able to get one large task or two, maybe a couple large tasks done during the week, especially if you sacrifice sleep and stuff. So a weekly schedule is also important, but you have to plan out larger projects and goals for the week, and schedule time for meetings. So, you know, and it's also important that you schedule breaks throughout the day to burn out. You got to schedule breaks because burnout is very real. All right. In your monthly schedule, you have to set long-term goals and milestones for your monthly schedule, folks. You have to schedule important events and deadlines, which is birthdays, vacation, performance reviews, and then also too within your monthly goals, you can review and adjust weekly and daily schedules. You know what I'm saying? So you can adjust some shit if it ain't adding up in your monthly goals. You know what I'm saying? Then your tracking. You know. Now, I feel like I shouldn't have to get back into that because that's gonna be redundant. But just tracking your goals, making sure that you stayed on point, making sure that you did what you did, keeping yourself, holding yourself accountable. You know what I'm saying? Like in each facet, in each area, you got to do that. All right. So don't underestimate the amount of time you got. Don't underestimate how quick you can level your life up in a year. Don't underestimate how quick you can get some shit flipped within a year also. So it's very important that you stay on your shit, stay down, 10 toes down, steady pushing. All right. Don't give up. Keep your faith. Always believe in your most high, your power source, your power box. You know. Again, tough times never last. Tough people do. Yeah, you already know what kind of vibes I'm spitting over here, man. Straight motivation, straight fighters talk. You know what I mean? Straight breaking down larger goals into smaller tasks. You know what I mean? So, yes, sir. I'm turning my physical fitness onto my mental and emotional health. You know what I mean? Mental fitness is good. I'm, I'm steady exercising my brain by reading. So yeah, man, the kid different tapped in once again. I appreciate you. Big shouts out to you. It's gotta be organic the podcast. Juices, herbs, vitamins, health related content and health related products will be coming soon. So tune in, man. I thank y'all for the support. Fuck with the game, man. Till we meet again. It's gotta be organic. Hold it down.